Hello, good day to you. It's Talkin really, me, Andy, and today's story is in The Guardian. And The Guardian says universal credit rules irrational and unlawful, and this was from a High Court judge. So this story was out this week, and it's very interesting because it's a court case that 4 single mothers have brought against the government. And it's in The Guardian. The Guardian says that after a long legal battle against the government, the 4 single mothers have secured a victory. The reason why they went to court was that the rigid universal credit payment rules have left tens of thousands of working benefit claimants out of pocket, and the judge has agreed that it's unlawful. So this story is very interesting because it does highlight the issues with universal credit, and it revolves around the refusal of the DWP to change the universal credit assessment period regulations, which have the effect of penalising claimants whose salary is paid towards the end of the month, as most people's are. And this obviously results in a fluctuating level of income. Now, the Danielle Johnson, who is a school catering assistant who brought this case, has argued that the DWP refusal to allow her to adjust the date of her assessment period means that she's left about £500 worse off each year and was therefore subject to cash flow problems and was put at risk of eviction. A court ruling last year found in favour of Johnson and 3 other single mothers, and concluding that it was odd in the extreme that the DWP was unwilling to modify the arrangements, even when claimants were perversely affected. Currently, around 85,000 claimants are estimated to be affected by these rules. Between them, the 4 people have been forced into rent arrears and borrowing money and using food banks to make ends meet. One of the mothers was so exasperated by the system that she gave up work to look for another job that had no clash between her pay date and the assessment period. The government department argued that at the appeal that they cannot change the way the benefit online computer calculation system worked in line with the original court ruling, because it would undermine the principle of universal credit and cost at least 7.5 million quid. God, I could do it for tenner. However, Lady Justice Rose said that she agreed with the original ruling. The DWP had presented no reason why anybody should lose out, simply because of a date in the month in which they had started their claim. The situation facing Johnson and others was perverse, she said. This case, in my judgment, one of the rare instances where the Secretary of State for Works and Pensions refuses to put in place a solution, is so irrational that I have concluded that the threshold is met, because no reasonable minister would have struck the balance in that way. Johnson, who was supported in the case by solicitors, Lee Day, good old Lee Day, I find it unbelievable that the government has fought this case in the courts for so many years. It should not have taken the Court of Appeal to tell them something which is just a matter of common sense. Johnson is paid on the last day of each month, and her universal credit assessment periods runs from the last day of the month to the penultimate day of the next month. In some months, due to a weekend or bank holiday falling at the end of the month, her wages are paid into her bank account 2 days before the deadline. And obviously the Universal Credit System reads this as her having earned twice as much in 1 month and none in the next month, meaning that her benefit payment amount fluctuates wildly. And obviously it cancels her work allowance in several months, leaving her around £500 a year worse off. The lead day solicitor, Tessa Gregory, who acted for Johnson, said the Secretary of State, who we know is Miss Cup of Coffee, committed to a test and learn approach in rolling out universal credit, yet refused to listen to these 4 hard-working mums when they raised this issue over 2 years ago. DWP said, "We are carefully considering the court's decision as part of our ongoing work." In other words, screw you!
Oh, that was so rude.
We're not going to do all about it, so screw you, you bunch of tossers. Anyway, that's the story today. Hope you enjoyed it and have a good day, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye for now.